In an ancient fortress at that moment, several screams echoed tragically. A group of guards lay lifeless on the ground. A beautiful blonde woman panted heavily and softly spoke. How disgusting! The demon king of desire is unexpectedly this strong. Not even the 7 sages of the Holy Night united can defeat you. The demon king replied, You suddenly disturbed my fortress. This is the outcome you must face. However, I, your esteemed king, have a generous heart. If you, the leader of the 7 sages of the Holy Night, a hammer of the Holy Night, Yelena, are willing to become my consort, I can spare your companions. Upon hearing this, Yelena's face turned red, but she spoke sternly. To save my comrades, I can sacrifice myself. But remember, you may take my body, but you can never possess my soul. In the demon king's eyes, a display of metrics appeared. Name, Yelena. Status, hammer of the Holy Night of the 7 sages of the Holy Night. The demon king continued to persuade. Generally speaking, to harness the highest power, you must undoubtedly transition to become a paladin, then cultivate the Holy Knight's skill to the highest level, and continuously complete missions to increase your favorability. However, there is another less known roundabout path. That is to make you a pure goddess untouched by worldly dust, utterly subdued beneath my feet 100 times. After a while, under the creaking of the bed, a notification popped up. Congratulations, you've successfully cleared the level. You received the character card Hammer of the Holy Night, Yi Li Na. The Demon King is truly impressive. I really like it. The Demon King, looking quite pleased, said, I'm about to exhaust 100 times my mana, but I still can't continue. In reality, at this moment, a young man was looking at his computer screen and said, At this rate, I'll surely be the first to clear level 100 with the most 5-star characters in the game Eternal Love Across the Multiverse. Eternal Love Across the Multiverse is an online game that has been incredibly popular over the past few years. In the game, not only can players experience a variety of different locations, but moreover, each NPC in the game can also be experienced. What this experience entails, well, you can figure that out for yourself. For someone like him, who understands all kinds of love games and is dubbed the God of Flirting, this game was truly designed just for him. Suddenly, the screen displayed a notification. Congratulations! You've unlocked a unique hidden achievement, successfully charming 105-star characters. The system will grant you a special gift. The young man slightly frowned and said, Why has the screen suddenly gone dark? What kind of weird special gift is this? As soon as the words ended, a space vortex appeared on the screen. Instantly, it sucked Qin Yuan in. Qin Yuan could only shout, Ah! Wait a minute! The vortex vanished and the room became quiet once more. Qin Yuan fell out of the space vortex, shouting loudly. When he opened his eyes, he wondered, Huh? This place looks a bit like the character creation area in Eternal Love Across the Multiverse. Suddenly, a fairy appeared before Qin Yuan, greeting him cheerfully. Hello there, lucky one. Welcome here. I am the fairy of the multiverse. I'm sure you have many questions, right? I can answer them for you, one by one. Qin Yuan thought to himself, Multiverse fairy, have I really crossed into a game world? This is so sudden. Seeing Qin Yuan not responding, the fairy interrupted his thoughts. Hey, are you even listening? Qin Yuan then asked, I assume you are something like the Lord God of this game, right? And I have to complete tasks, receive rewards, or return to reality, correct? The fairy looked surprised and asked, How do you know all that? Hey, why aren't you following the script? Qin Yuan disdainfully replied, Shay. The games I play, the novels and comics I have read, none of these plot points are lacking. Right now, I just want to know why I can traverse worlds just from playing a game. Fairy responded, Who told you that Eternal Love Across the Multiverse is just a game? The characters in it all have their own lives. Moreover, your behavior of trapping boys and flirting with 100 girls has made them very angry, causing cracks to appear between the planes of different worlds. Hearing that, Qin Yuan raised his hand, indicating he did not understand. This plot is too complicated. Normally, I would just hit next. You should get straight to the point. Fairy replied, Right now, all the planes are closed. You need to go to the next plane, start over, and make those 100 girls fall in love with you all over again. Qin Yuan confidently responded, This is too simple. My character in Eternal Love Across the Multiverse is very strong. Flirting with them is just a matter of time. Fairy coldly said, After the system was restarted, the character you created was also erased. Now you have to start from scratch. Upon hearing this, Qin Yuan became furious. Erased? Do you know how much time and money I spent on that? Do you think I won't sue you? Fairy replied, Suing would be useless. Lord Arad on the continent has said, all accounts belong to the company and are not owned by any individual. Qin Yuan tried to find another way. Wait, Normally speaking, people who travel through time and space have some sort of system, right? For example, pretending to be an idiot or playing dead would immediately grant them a super level system, right? Hearing that, Fairy explained, "That's right. To reduce the difficulty of the game, I, Fairy, have specially prepared 5 attribute systems for you, corresponding to the 5 basic attributes of the game. Strength system. It can turn you into a powerful warrior, possessing immense strength enough to overthrow mountains and shatter rocks. Agility system. It helps you have incredible skills, moving as fast as a shadow, capable of becoming invisible and killing within the blink of an eye. Physical system. It transforms you into a man of iron and steel, so tough that nothing can harm you. Mental system. It helps you master every spell, allowing you to obliterate everything with just a wave of your hand." Qin Yuan responded dejectedly, "So what's the use of the charisma system?" "Charisma system. It makes you the most handsome person in the world." Seeing that, Qin Yuan looked down on it. "Becoming handsome? This system is just too ridiculous. My role in the game is a dark mage. Indeed, choosing the mental system is the best choice. But fate had other plans, and Qin Yuan sneezed. "Congratulations, host. You've received the charisma system." Hearing this, Qin Yuan hurriedly said, "Wait, I pressed the wrong button. Let me press again." The fairy shook her head in refusal. "The system has been selected. It cannot be changed. I still hope the host will use the system carefully to complete the tasks." Now, the game begins. After the fairy's kiss, a spatial vortex appeared beneath Qin Yuan's feet. "Hey, what are you doing? Isn't this forcing me to start?" Lingming World, Wenzhou City. At that moment, a delicate hand was holding a hairpin. The owner of that hand was the Wizard of Snow Shadow, Yun Xuhan. She asked the shopkeeper, "How much is this hairpin?" The shopkeeper, seeing her attire, replied, "Looking at you, miss, you must be a disciple of the Misty Cloud sect, which always stands for justice, eliminating evil, and protecting Wenzhou City. If you like it, I would like to give it to you." Yun Xuhan gently said that I'm sorry for that. Suddenly, she glanced over and saw a beam of light descending from the sky, accompanied by a horrified scream. With a loud crash, Qin Yuan crashed through the roof and fell down. He whispered in grievance, "Is there no more subtle way to travel through dimensions? Is this what they call a benefit of crossing? Falling straight into the women's bathroom?" Seeing the surrounding scene, Qin Yuan awkwardly said, "This is just a misunderstanding. Ladies, I did not mean to offend. Please ignore me. I will leave right away." But the young ladies, upon seeing Qin Yuan, felt as if they had found a treasure. One girl licked her lips and said, "What a charming man. It's the first time I've seen a man radiating such magnetism in all directions. How could we let you leave?" Another chimed in, "Let's see if this young man is physically developed normally." One person laughed loudly. "Come here, handsome boy. Let us check you out." "Don't be shy." Qin Yuan panicked and shouted in despair, "Ah!" As he fled from the shower room, Qin Yuan thought loudly in his mind, "Are all these women out of their minds?" Behind him was a group of soldiers in pursuit, shouting, "Stop! How dare you intrude into the women's shower room in a public place? Surrender now." As Qin Yuan ran, he thought, "If I'm really caught here, I might be locked up for 2 or 3 years, and if I'm not careful, I could even be exiled. I absolutely cannot be caught." Seeing that Qin Yuan didn't stop, the soldiers shouted even louder, "And he's still brave enough to run. Brothers, hurry and chase him. Let this pervert face the consequences. We cannot let him disturb the peace of Wenzhou City." Hearing this, Qin Yuan felt like crying without tears as he ran and pleaded, "It's all just a misunderstanding. Please let me go." As he dashed through the streets, he inadvertently made all the girls who caught sight of him feel enthralled. "Oh my God, I can't believe there's such a pervert." But strangely, even knowing he was a pervert, everyone still couldn't resist the strange allure he exuded. Underneath a certain building, the group of soldiers continued their relentless search. Damn it, where the hell did that bastard go? He must be nearby. Everyone searched quickly. Seeing the soldiers had moved away, Qin Yuan breathed a sigh of relief. "It seems I'm safer now. What a hassle. Why did this suddenly turn out in such a bizarre direction?" A system notification unexpectedly appeared. Eternal love across the multiverse system. Main task, successfully court the target, Wizard of Snow Shadow, Yun Xuhan. Side task, not yet unlocked. Reward, 1,000 accumulation points for the system. After reading it, Qin Yuan contemplated for a moment. Yun Xuhan, it seems this place is the Lingming world from the game. It's set in a Xianxia context, and Yun Xuhan is the disciple of the Misty Cloud sect. This place is identical to the world in the game, just with an added system. First, let's check the attributes. The attribute panel appeared, and Qin Yuan was astonished. "Ah, I see. Because I chose the charm attribute. All attribute points are added to the charm point, right? Continuing to look at the skills, he noticed a peculiar skill. Evil Charming Smile displays an exceedingly seductive smile capable of increasing the target's favorability towards the skill holder. The effect is influenced by the charm attribute. Qin Yuan furrowed his brow. Evil Charming Smile. What kind of bizarre skill is this? What good is a skill like this? Isn't it just about smiling? Suddenly, Qin Yuan was discovered by the guards. Hey, guys, I've found him. He's over here. Qin Yuan was startled. What bad luck. It's over now. Oh well, there's still a chance. I can only give it a try. Watch me. He turned around, flashing a smile that looked very suggestive. 3, 2, 1. Evil Charming Smile. The soldiers immediately screamed in anger. Ah, this smile is so disgusting. As expected, this guy is a pervert. Qin Yuan saw that his skill was ineffective and inwardly cursed. Damn it, smile a bit too much. He then encouraged himself. Qin Yuan, you can do it. Unleash the charm of a goddess in seduction. He began to activate his skill, Evil Charming Smile, and Qin Yuan donned a wickedly charming smile. One of the soldiers suddenly changed his attitude and murmured, What's happening? Why do I suddenly feel a stir of emotions? Could it be? I have fallen in love at first sight with a guy, even if this is a feeling that goes against moral principles and is despised by everyone. I am willing. Suddenly, a loud noise rang out, and the soldier was struck in the face by a brick thrown by Qin Yuan. He casually said, You're not my type. Sorry to lead you on. The system unexpectedly announced, Reminder, your bounty level has increased by 2 stars due to attacking the guard. Seeing this, Qin Yuan became furious. Don't casually set up such weird things, okay? What the hell is this bounty level? The soldiers saw Qin Yuan making a move and shouted loudly. This guy dares to openly attack the troops. He's a dangerous character. Can't be captured alive. Execute him directly. Prepare to shoot arrows. Immediately after, a barrage of arrows was shot towards Qin Yuan. One arrow grazed his shoulder, causing his expression to change. He thought to himself, even this level of attack can't be completely avoided. It seems that the attribute incident all counts towards the charm attribute. The soldiers shouted when they saw him hit by the arrow. This wicked guy has been shot. Brothers, capture him for me. Qin Yuan secretly cursed. Damn it, I absolutely cannot be captured. Then he bolted off. The soldiers behind chased after him, shouting, Still want to run? Catch him. A little later, at Manhwa Brothel, where the girls were bustling about preparing, Madame Liu Ruhong stood on the upper floor shouting, My ladies, after resting, get ready to comb your hair and put on makeup. Today, we must continue to strive to earn a fortune from those men. Just as Liu Ruhong, the madame of the Manhwa Brothel, with a 2-star rank, finished her words, Qin Yuan, in an attempt to escape the pursuit, unexpectedly burst through the door. As soon as he entered, 2 grapefruits flew straight into his face, leaving Liu Ruhong in shock. She exclaimed, This little brother is really too exciting, but our Manhwa Brothel is still not open, so I invite you to leave quickly. If you continue to be disrespectful like this, don't blame me. Qin Yuan weakly said, I'm sorry, the situation is urgent. Could I ask the beautiful lady to help me with something? When she saw Qin Yuan's face, Liu Ruhong was stunned, thinking to herself, he is really incredibly handsome. Our Manhwa Brothel has never aided evildoers. However, seeing this little brother so handsome, I will help just this once. The system reminded again, successfully flirted with Liu Ruhong, received 100 accumulation points. Liu Ruhong turned back and shouted, All my ladies, get ready to welcome guests. Yes! The courtesans of the brothel responded with joy. Not long after, a group of officers arrived, questioning loudly. Did you see a wounded criminal with an injury on his shoulder run in here? The madam replied with a charming smile. Mr. Guan, our Manhwa Brothel is merely a group of weak women. How could we dare to hide a criminal? Surely you must have mistaken something. The officer angrily shouted, Stop pretending. Brothers, search for me. On what grounds do you dare to search our Manhwa Brothel without any evidence? Seeing the madam blocking him, the officer became furious. You dare to obstruct someone performing their official duties? Do you believe I can shut down Manhwa Brothel? Hearing this, Liu Ruhong scoffed and said, Sealed. You magistrates come here more than 10 times a month. If you're not afraid of him blaming you, then go ahead and try. Suddenly, a gentle voice broke the tense atmosphere. Mama, don't make it hard for these officials. The soldiers were taken aback upon hearing the speaker. It was Miss Feng, Feng Ling King, the flower of Manhwa Brothel, famous for her singing and dancing rather than for anything sexual. Feng Ling King spoke softly. If you all want to search, then let them search. Our Manhwa Brothel has done nothing wrong, so why should we be afraid? Feng Ling King, the flower of Manhwa Brothel, 4-star level. Meanwhile, Qin Yuan was hiding under the skirt of the flower, his head constantly thinking, "It smells so good." Half an hour later, one soldier reported, "Sir, we have searched from inside to out, but still found no trace of the criminal." Hearing this, Feng King gently asked, "Then, sir, is there still any doubt?" The soldier stammered, "It seems we made a mistake. We apologize for the trouble." Feng King smiled and replied, "There's nothing else. Please take your leave. Baiho Brothel is about to open, or few gentlemen find it hard to leave." The soldier awkwardly cleared his throat. Am. That's not it? Come on, brothers. Let's go. At that moment, Qin Yuan silently cursed. Damn it. My leg is numb. In his haste, he inadvertently grabbed the jade thigh of Feng King, causing her to let out a soft cry. Ah! The soldier, hearing the sound, turned around and suspiciously asked, "Miss Feng, what's wrong? Are you hiding something?" Feng King hurriedly waved her hands, nervously saying, "No, it's nothing." Suddenly, a powerful hand appeared to defuse the dangerous situation. A middle-aged woman stepped in, shouting, "It hurts. You shameless man dare to come here. Is there something about me that displeases you?" The soldier quickly explained, "It's not like that, my wife." The woman gritted her teeth. "Get back home at once." The soldier panicked, explaining, "No, my dear, I'm on duty." Seeing this, Feng King breathed a sigh of relief. "Phew, that was close. You've stopped moving around." At this moment, Qin Yuan could no longer hold on and collapsed to the ground. She was alarmed. What? What happened? Why did he suddenly faint? A servant standing nearby exclaimed, "Wait, he's injured. He's bleeding too much." Another voice echoed, "Ling King, don't you know medicine? Quickly treat him. Don't let him die here in Baiho Brothel." Upon hearing this, Feng King quickly tore a piece from her dress to bandage Qin Yuan, while commanding, "What are you all standing there for? Hurry. Prepare hot water medicine, clean the blood, and get a room ready for him to lie down." The young ladies quickly responded, "Ah, all right. In a certain room of Baiho Brothel, a group of beautiful women were watching Qin Yuan. He is indeed so handsome. Let me take care of him. I'm willing to do it for free. If it were me, I'd book all the rooms. I'd pay extra too." One lady stepped forward seriously. "All right, everyone step aside a bit. I just prepared the medicine and need to feed this young master." But another lady questioned, "But this young master is unconscious. How can we feed him?" Another person squinted, suggesting, "It seems that I should feed him mouth to mouth." Hearing this, another lady chimed in, "If that's the case, let me do it." Even the men wouldn't back down, stepping forward to compete. "I've been around for years. My tongue is incredibly agile. Feeding medicine is as easy as turning over the palm." The other young ladies started to murmur, "The madam is too crafty. We all want to feed him too." The madam then raised her voice, "Hey, when it comes to tongue skills, of course, I'm the most suitable. According to me, each person should feed him a bit. No one will be at a loss." At that moment, the system notification rang out, "Seduction successful, earned 30 accumulation points." Seeing this situation, Feng King spoke up decisively. "Stop bickering. This young master is injured in a critical area. Now is not the time for jokes. Everyone go outside, let me take care of him." The group of people murmured regretfully, "Oh, come on, is Ling King trying to monopolize him all by herself? Come on. There still are many days ahead. Sooner or later, we'll all get to taste the flavor of this young master." Feng King found a reason in her mind, encouraging herself, "I'm doing this just to save someone." Turning back, she began to administer medicine to Qin Yuan. Here comes the legendary scene of administering medicine. The system announced again, "Success in seduction, earning 100 accumulation points." But just at that moment, the real drama began. Qin Yuan instinctively pulled Feng King into an embrace and flipped her over onto the bed. She gasped, exclaiming, "Hey, Yuro, what are you doing? You actually slicked your tongue in." In her mind, there was only that strange sensation with powerless resistance. The system continued to chime in, "Success in seduction, earning 200 accumulation points." Qin Yuan, in a daze, thought, "Where am I? What place is this? Could it be that I've died?" He opened his eyes and saw the unfamiliar scene, thinking, "Ha! Slime! Why is it like this? 2 slimes, really? Why are they pressing down so tightly?" The next morning, Qin Yuan, with his face buried in the soft cushion, screamed, "Damn! It's slime everywhere. Don't get cocky. I'll bite you to death." Feng King's voice rang out. Angrily, she shouted, "This lecher, I kindly saved you, and yet, while I was asleep, you turned rogue." Qin Yuan, with a bewildered expression, asked, "What just happened? Why did I get slapped?" At this moment, Madame entered, gently mediating. "Wow, young master, you're finally awake. Don't be nervous. Let me chat with you for a while." After a long explanation, Qin Yuan finally understood. He lowered his head and said, "So that's how it is. Thank you all for your help. Qin Yuan is extremely grateful." Madam smiled and spoke directly. "Then I won't beat around the bush with you, young master. Now you have two choices. The first is to stay here and work to repay your debt." Qin Yuan was taken aback upon hearing this, exclaiming, "This is just forcing me to work in a brothel, right? Absolutely not. I am a man of dignity. How could I lose my face like this? I choose the second option." Liu Ruhang said, a bit regretfully, "The second option is that you can only be taken to the government. As of now, you are wanted, and the bounty isn't small. We treated you and the medical expenses, and last night you, with our Ling King." Hearing this, Qin Yuan snorted coldly. He replied with resolute words, "I will repay my benefactors. From today onward, I, Qin Yuan, am a part of Bai Ho brothel." "Oh, now that's more like it. Yes, we hope Sister Feng will take care of us in the future." Thus I began to work as a servant at Bai Ho brothel to make a living. When I was tired, there was always a group of beautiful women surrounding me. "Brother Qin, let me wake the sweat off for you. Brother Qin, I'll bring you some water. Brother Qin, you must be really tired. It breaks my heart. Why not come to my room so I can help relieve your fatigue?" The system constantly announced, "Successful charm, receive 30 accumulation points. Successful charm, receive 40 accumulation points. Successful charm, receive 50 accumulation points." Qin Yuan couldn't help but laugh. "Ha ha, I never expected that just by making a good impression on these women, I could earn accumulation points. It seems this system isn't too bad." At night, in his room, Qin Yuan was overjoyed. "In the past few days, I've managed to earn 1,000 accumulation points. Being a place with many women truly speeds up the accumulation of points. Let's see what I can exchange for that can enhance my strength." He scrolled through the system and paused at an item. Unlimited charming technique. The effect can improve one's cultivation level through contact with the opposite sex, as well as cultivation methods and degree of affection. This is a legendary technique left behind by the charming demon lord from 1,000 years ago. But one must be cautious when cultivating if their appearance is not sufficient. This technique is indeed suitable for my system of perseverance. As long as I flirt with girls, my cultivation will automatically increase. Let me see how many accumulation points I need. He sighed. "What? 100,000 accumulation points? Are you kidding me? I have barely scraped by earning 1,000 points in days, and yet this item to level up is asking for a price 100 times that. It's more expensive than the fruit vendors at the market." At the same time, in another dimension, Fairy Multiverse sighed softly. "Oh my, I didn't expect that he would take an interest in such an intriguing item. It would be a real shame if he couldn't exchange for it due to insufficient points. All right, I'll consider it a gift for him, a new player benefit. Just this once, no more chances after this." System notification. For the first time receiving a benefit to exchange for an item. To encourage the host, purchasing the first item in the store will receive a 100% discount. The offer is valid for 10 minutes. Act quickly, or you'll miss out. Qin Yuan exclaimed, "This is the first purchase benefit? Then let's seize the opportunity to buy." As soon as he pressed the purchase button, a stream of seductive purple light entered his body. System notification. You have successfully learned Unlimited Charming Technique. Unlimited Charming Technique level 1, along with gaining a charm attribute of plus 10. You currently have 60. Now back to our group of beautiful women. Young Master Qin looks remarkably handsome today. What a pity. If only he were a guest. Even just serving tea emits such charm. Qin Yuan was politely serving tea, saying, "Honored guest, please enjoy the tea." With a loud break, the guest grabbed the teapot and smashed it. He angrily shouted, "What the hell? I'm here to spend money to see beautiful women, and yet all the ladies here are looking at you. Do you want to steal the spotlight from me?" Qin Yuan calmly replied, "What are you talking about, honored guest? If possible, I hope I could have no presents like you." Hearing this, the man was furious. "What? You little rat, are you insulting me?" Qin Yuan responded provocatively, "I didn't say such a thing at all. You really are tired of living? How dare you provoke a powerful person like me? Then let me show you the swordsmanship of Misty Cloud Sect." At that moment, Ling King stepped in to defuse the situation. "Young Master Gao, I apologize on his behalf. He is still new and doesn't understand the rules, so I hope you won't hold it against him." Upon seeing the beautiful woman, Gabajian changed his tone. "Since Miss Feng is here to speak on his behalf, then it's easy. Just drink this cup of wine, and I will spare his life." Ling King softly replied, "Thank you, young Master Gao, for your generosity. I will toast to you with this cup." Gabajian nodded and smiled. To maintain Miss Feng's dignity, of course, I wouldn't want to ruin it. "But I must ask, how much gold would it take for one night with you?" Upon hearing this, she responded, "Feng Ling King only sings and dances. I don't do such things. Young Master Gao surely knows this, and I hope you will abandon this thought. Gao Jian thought to himself, humph, after drinking my ecstasy-inducing harmony potion, tonight you will be mine. 15 minutes later, in Feng Ling King's bedroom. How strange. Wasn't it just one glass of wine? Why do I feel so hot? Could it be that he put something in the wine? The harmony potion was now taking effect, causing the springtime beauty of Feng Ling King to be revealed. At the same time, Qin Yuan also approached and knocked on the door. Miss Ling King, thank you for helping me earlier. I've cooked some detox soup and will drink it right away. But before he could finish his sentence, a stunning sight appeared before him, causing Qin Yuan to immediately turn away. I'm sorry. I didn't see anything. I'm leaving now. Feng Ling King quickly called out, wait, can you help me with something? What does Miss Ling King need my help with? Gao Jian has drugged the wine. If I can't extinguish this burning desire, I will be tortured by cravings. I can only rely on you. Every time she trembled, the experience points of the unlimited charming technique were leveled up. At that moment, Gao Jian, drunk, had entered the wrong room. He secretly rejoiced in his mind. The drug must have taken effect by now. My love, I will help you extinguish the fire of passion. But in the room, the beautiful and muscular young woman welcomed him. Oh wow, little brother arrives just in time. I've been feeling down because of the long, lonely night, tossing and turning without sleep. Seeing this, Gao Jian's face was filled with fear as he shouted, Ah, no, this big sister, I must have entered the wrong room. I'll take my leave. Don't be shy, little brother. Since you're here, I won't let you run away. Please don't. Save me. In the end, the room was filled only with the joyous screams of Gao Jian. Downstairs, someone exclaimed, Ah, why did dust suddenly fall from the ceiling? Or is there a rat running around? Madam, hearing this, blushed deeply and said with double meaning, That's right, indeed a clever little rat, definitely having a fierce chase inside. Ah, young people have such good energy. So it turns out the falling dust is from the two of them exercising rhythmically. After a while, Qin Yuan, dressed again, was lost in thought. What on earth did I just do? In order to ease the awkwardness for both of them, Ling King said, You don't have to feel guilty. I'm just a girl from a brothel. Such things happen all the time. I won't mind. Qin Yuan retorted, Why do you have to act so worldly? Just now, your demeanor was clearly very mischievous, and besides, you were bleeding. It's obvious it was your first time. Before Qin Yuan finished speaking, he was hit by a pillow, accompanied by an angry voice. Get out! Fine, I'm leaving. Clearly taking advantage of others, yet still calling me sneaky. Qin Yuan lowered his head and walked out into the hallway, contemplating. However, that feeling just now was a bit too real, completely unlike the feeling of playing a game. That is. At that moment, Gao Jian, with a haggard face, said, I will never forget the humiliation I suffered today. Passers-by saw his appearance and began discussing. Hey, seems like you got completely drained, huh? Spitsk, if your body isn't fine, you shouldn't come to places like this. How embarrassing. Gao Jian turned around, saw Qin Yuan, and pointed angrily, saying, Hey, it's you. It must be you, you bastard, pulling tricks. Damn it. I will definitely get my revenge for this. Qin Yuan thought silently. Oh, without this bastard, Miss Feng wouldn't have been affected by the drug. But that hug with Miss Feng was a perfect opportunity to cultivate the unlimited charming technique. I can't let this opportunity slip away. System notification. Unlimited charming technique has leveled up to level 2. The system interface appeared with the following information. Unlimited charming technique level 2. Charm has reached full capacity, new skill. Charm mind control. Effect. Enemies hit will become flushed and unable to restrain themselves. Introduction. The charming demon lord and the skilled Japanese warrior Gato, after a duel, managed to master this skill with the intention of controlling the enemy without harming the body. Yet they can still learn new skills. However, this type of control is truly strange. We should try it out first to see what effect it has. Qin Yuan immediately picked up a nearby cat to experiment. Charm mind control. The nearby cat immediately ran over and rubbed against him. Seeing this, Qin Yuan shamelessly thought, if it works on a male cat, wouldn't it if I changed to a human? Ha 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 ha. A few days later, Qin Yuan was at a market. Today was payday, and he decided to buy Miss Feng a little gift. As Qin Yuan was walking, he noticed a beautiful young lady inquiring about the price of a hairpin. The young lady asked, Shopkeeper, how much is this jade hairpin? The shopkeeper replied, You have a good eye, miss. This is a premium jadeite. If you want it, I'll take a loss and give you a 20% discount. It's only 800 coins. This hairpin was indeed beautifully crafted, and buying it for 800 coins wasn't too expensive. However, the young lady thought for a moment and said, but my father has instructed me not to be overly extravagant and wasteful in going out. Suddenly, at that moment, Qin Yuan approached and asked, "Excuse me, shopkeeper, may I ask how much this hairpin is?" The shop owner looked at Qin Yuan and said, "Does this young master also want to buy? Well, just like this young lady, I'll give a 20% discount, so it will be 800 coins. Qin Yuan was astonished and said, "A 20% discount, yet it's still 800 coins. What is this hairpin made of that? It's so expensive." The shop owner irritably replied, "Young master, just look at how rare this kind of top quality hairpin is. All my hairpins are made from the finest jadeite, and you're complaining about the price? I find it laughable." Hearing this, Qin Yuan achieved his goal. He asked, "Oh, is this jade hairpin of yours really genuine?" The shop owner angrily replied, "I run a jewelry shop. How could I sell fake items? Do you even want to buy it or not?" Qin Yuan responded, "Fine, if this hairpin of yours is genuine, of course, I want to buy it. But clearly, this hairpin is fake, made from low-quality jade. Young lady, you should be cautious and inspect the quality before purchasing from him." Young Shu-Han, realizing she had been deceived, angrily said, "This cunning vendor dares to sell counterfeit goods. Don't you have any conscience?" Seeing himself exposed, the vendor turned to Qin Yuan and snarled, "You Gannett, dare to break my hairpin? Guards, teach this little brat a lesson." Immediately, two burly men stepped out from the crowd and arrogantly said, "Is someone causing trouble? Are you deliberately looking for faults? You trash, do you want to die?" Young Shu-Han frowned and said, "Deceiving customers is one thing, but you even want to resort to violence. You cannot be forgiven for this." Seeing that young Shu-Han was about to strike, Qin Yuan quickly intervened. "Wait, my lady, I can handle these weaklings." One of the burly men angrily shouted, "You little brat, think we are just ordinary thugs. We are professional rogues, graduates of Liu Hishan Academy." Then the three of them struck a superhero pose and yelled, "Rat, go die." Noticing that the opponents had some cultivation, young Shu-Han reminded, "Although they are a bit foolish, they clearly possess some skills. At the very least, they are not ordinary. Brother, don't be overly confident and underestimate them." Qin Yuan replied confidently, "If not being confident is called youth, then what is?" Upon hearing this, young Shu-Han was taken aback. "What is happening? Clearly, we're just chatting casually. But why is my heart racing when I see him?" Before young Shu-Han could finish her thoughts, the thugs charged at them. "Ah, still pretending to be indolent? Taste my punch." As one of them dashed forward, he fell victim to charm mind control. From being a fierce man, he instantly became pliable, sitting on the ground and exclaiming, "So refreshing, so comfortable." The younger brothers were worried when they saw this. "And boss, what's wrong with you? What kind of sorcery did that brat use?" Qin Yuan smirked slyly at the other two. "Next, it's your turn." Once again, it was the charm mind control skill. The two followed in their big brother's footsteps, uttering cheesy lines. "Suddenly want to be loved so much, please show some love for your little brother. Big brother, maybe it's better if I go instead. Mommy, what are those three doing? Don't look, it might hurt your eyes." A merchant, seeing this, became furious. "What the hell are you three doing? Our honor has been tarnished because of you." Seeing the scene of the three, young Shu-Han curiously asked, "Hero, this technique of yours is quite strange. I wonder which sect it belongs to." Qin Yuan awkwardly replied, "Ha ha, I'm not from any sect. I just learned this massage skill from my master in the village." Qin Yuan doesn't know how to address the young lady properly. Young Shu-Han smiled and replied, "I am a disciple of the Misty Cloud sect, young Shu-Han." Qin Yuan exclaimed, "So it's the Misty Cloud sect. I've admired you for a long time, and now getting to see you is truly a blessing for me." Seeing this, young Shu-Han immediately said, "In a few days there will be the selection d'Ahoy for the 13th generation disciples of the Misty Cloud sect. Mr. Qin, if you are interested, why not come and give it a try?" Suddenly, Gao Jing'an stepped in from somewhere, interrupting the conversation between the two. "Junior sister Yun, I have been looking for you for a long time. It turns out you are here." Hearing this, young Shu-Han felt a bit angry and said, "See, your brother Gao, where I am, seems to have nothing to do with you, so please don't say that. Seeing Gao Jian arrive, Qin Yuan couldn't help but mock him. "Oh wow, isn't this Mr. Gao Jian? Why haven't I seen you at Bai Hall Brothel these days? Or is it that your body hasn't recovered yet?" Upon hearing this, young Shu-Han became even more angry and said, "Why, you actually went to that lowly place. Where have you put the reputation of the Misty Cloud sect?" Seeing his junior sister even more enraged, Gao Jian began to make excuses. "Don't listen to this bad person. He is just a servant. A person of such a lowly status cannot speak any good words." Qin Yuan responded with a smile. "Ah, that's right. I am indeed a servant of Bai Hall Brothel. It seems you care a lot about Bai Hall Brothel since you still remember me. Hearing Qin Yuan say this, Gao Jian's face changed color and he explained, Junior sister, let me explain. Young Su Han interrupted. There's no need to explain this to me. You should go back to the sect and explain it to the master yourself. After saying that, young Su Han immediately turned around and left. Gao Jian hurriedly called after her, Wait, junior sister. Before he could chase after his junior sister, Gao Jian did not forget to threaten Qin Yuan. You bastard, you've crossed me multiple times. Just wait, I will deal with you. Qin Yuan glanced at him mockingly. Ha ha, looking forward to your next visit. Miss Yu said she misses you and wants to enjoy a spring night with you. Bai Ho Brothel at night. In Feng Ling King's room at this moment, it felt strange. For the past few days, why has the image of that brat been lingering in her mind? She gently touched the hairpin on the table, thinking back. Miss Ling King, this is a gift I want to give you. Do you like it? If you want to hear my honest opinion, this hairpin is of poor quality and crudely made. Compared to the jewelry I have, this one would be considered the worst. Hearing that, Qin Yuan smiled and replied, Well, there's nothing I can do then. My salary is just that much, so this hairpin can't meet your taste. But I really like it. When Feng Ling King said that, Qin Yuan became very happy. Really? It's great that you like it. Then you should go rest now. I'll get back to work. Oh, your handkerchief has fallen. Qin Yuan immediately bent down to pick it up. Suddenly, a delicate foot reached out, lifting his chin. Don't go to work anymore. You don't need to work all night. I, your lady here, will take care of you for an entire night. Are you going to support me? My price is quite high. Don't underestimate me. I am the beauty of Bai Ho Brothel. I earn quite a bit. Name your price. How much do you want to offer? Out of nowhere, Qin Yuan kissed her, making Ling King unable to react in time, shifting from a passive to an active role. He said, A kiss is enough. Let me serve you carefully. Dear sister, then let tonight make me forget everything. After a brief struggle, the system announced, the experience points of unlimited charming technique have been upgraded. The next morning, at Bai Ho Brothel, Qin Yuan woke up and said, Sorry, Miss Ling King, I overslept. Now I'll go prepare breakfast. Not seeing Ling King anywhere, he noticed a piece of paper on the table. What's this? He opened it and found that it was a letter from Ling King. When you see this letter, I will have already gone far away. Qin Yuan, the feelings and joy you have given me, I will engrave them in my heart. Although I may be foolish, I can also sense that your heart does not belong to this place, just as mine does not belong here. Therefore, I have decided to leave this place. I hope you will not worry about me, and that you can continue on your chosen path, doing the things you desire and fulfilling the dreams you have nurtured. To have met my true love in you, how could I not feel joy? If the fate between us does not get exhausted, I hope that we can be again in the future. Ting. Congratulations, you have successfully conquered and unlocked the character Feng Ling King. Accompanying skill, eyes as mesmerizing as silk. Use your enchanting gaze to allure a chosen target, which will increase that target's intimacy towards you, influenced by charm attribute. Qin Yuan did not expect that the first character card would unlock like this. Feng Ling King, then if we are destined, we shall meet again. Qin Yuan went to see Madame. What do you mean? This morning, Feng Ling King just redeemed herself, and now you want to leave as well. That's right, I have matters to attend to. No feast in this world lasts forever. The affection that the young ladies have for me, I will certainly remember it deeply. If you have significant tasks to accomplish, then of course I will not hold you back. But I cannot let you leave so easily, my beloved children. Hurry up. Upon finishing his words, a group of young ladies surrounded Qin Yuan. Oh no, don't go, Qin Yuan, little brother. That's right, are we not attractive enough for you? We know everything that you want. Qin Yuan smiled and replied, Well then, if you don't let me leave easily, I won't hold back either. Prepare to witness my charm mind control technique. After that, the system notifications rang out continuously. Charm successful, gain 20 accumulation points. Charm successful, gain 30 accumulation points. Charm successful, gain 40 accumulation points. Qin Yuan said with a smile, Well then, ladies, let's meet again when the opportunity arises. And so, Qin Yuan left with the demeanor of a bad boy. Somewhere else in the city, Hey, junior sister Yun, I received a message from our master saying we need to return to the sect today to help prepare for the initiation ceremony of the new disciples. Junior sister Yun, you've been stubbornly refusing to go back to the sect. Is there something you're hiding? Upon hearing this, Yun Su Han replied, This place is not far from the sect. If soaring on a sword returns, it won't take more than an hour, so why the rush? Oh, what a coincidence. Miss Yun is also here, just when I wanted to find you. You want to find me? What's the matter? If you can help me, just say it directly. Actually, I want to go to Misty Cloud Sect to pay respects and learn skills, but I'm terrible with directions and worry about wasting time trying to find it. So could I ask Miss Yun to take me there? Young Su-han immediately replied, "This is not difficult at all. We are currently on our way back to the sect. I can take you with me using soaring on a sword." Gao Jian, seeing this, quickly intervened. "Wait a minute. Men and women should maintain a strict distance from each other. Junior sister, how can you go with him? Let me accompany him instead. It just so happens that I'm looking for an opportunity to take revenge on this little brat. Once we're on the road, I'll just toss him out." Qin Yuan couldn't agree to go with Gao Jian, especially with a chance to be with a beautiful girl. "Thank you for your kind offer, but the body odor coming from you is really overwhelming. If I accidentally breathe it in, I might faint from the stench and fall from the sky." Gao Jian immediately shouted, "You're the one who smells, you stinky brat. Do you believe I'll kill you?" Hearing Qin Yuan's words, Yun Su-han couldn't help but chuckle. Gao Jian then explained, "Junior sister Yun, don't listen to this nonsense. I do not have. What does whether you do or not have to do with me? You don't need to explain anything to me." "Oh, right, Mr. Qin. What's up, Miss Yun? The sky is high and the wind is strong, so remember to hold on tight to me. We'll be soaring on a sword." Qin Yuan casually replied, "I understand." In a certain high mountain range, two streaks of light glided across the sky. It turned out to be several people with Qin Yuan soaring on their swords. "How is it, Mr. Qin? Is it tense flying on a sword for the first time? You must hold on tight to me, so I may be a bit rude then." Qin Yuan sniffed lightly in praise. "It smells so good, Miss Yun. Two cultivators like you usually have such a pleasant fragrance. Stop talking nonsense. I don't smell good at all. Really, if I trick you, I'll fall." Gao Jian, who was following behind, felt jealousy rising and thought, "This brat dares to get familiar with my junior sister Yun. This damned bastard. How dare you provoke me? I swear I won't be a human if I don't kill you. Originally, I was waiting for another opportunity, but now that you wish to die like this, I shall fulfill your wish right now." Gao Jian then used the crane needle to send Qin Yuan on his way. The crane needle is poison. Just getting hit by one needle can take your life. Go die, brat, shoot. A sound echoed as the needle was shot out towards Qin Yuan. This sound made Yun Su-han only have time to cry out, "Be careful." She looked in astonishment at Gao Jian and said, "Gao Jian, why is this happening?" Seeing her like this, Gao Jian panicked and explained, "Junior sister Yun, it's not like that. I just wanted to deal with that brat." After that, the poison needle began to take effect. Both Qin Yuan and Yun Su-han fell down. Fortunately, they fell into the lake below. Gao Jian worriedly shouted, "Junior sister Yun, damn it. Why did it turn out like this? How am I supposed to report this to the sect? Both of them have been hit by my crane needle, but the water of Shegu Lake is extremely cold. I can't wait. Even if I dive down to save junior sister Yun, she would report this to the sect and the sect might not spare me. It's better to just let things be. It will become an unproven death after all. Right? I have no other choice. What happened can only be endured. If junior sister Yun wants to blame someone, then she should blame herself. She shouldn't have saved that brat." Under the water, Young Su-han, having been poisoned, felt herself drifting into unconsciousness and thought, "It's so cold, I can hardly breathe. I'm losing my clarity." Suddenly, a hand reached out and grabbed her. "Who is it?" It turned out to be Qin Yuan, trying to pull Young Su-han up from the surface of the water. "Qin Yuan, I'm in trouble." Then came the scene of Qin Yuan providing her with breath. Suddenly, a sword came from somewhere and approached. It was Yun Su-han's sword. Could it possibly have a will of its own, coming here to save its master? If that's the case, I can only rely on you now. Take us away from here. Moments later, on the still surface of the lake, something leaped out, shattering the tranquility. It was Qin Yuan holding the flying sword, soaring straight out of the water, continuously shouting in excitement. "Ha ha, I'm flying, ha ha." Reaching the nearby forest, Qin Yuan let out a sigh of relief. "Looks like I've temporarily escaped danger." Just then, something approached. Finding himself surrounded by a pack of wolves, Qin Yuan couldn't help but self-deprecate. "Hey now, I just escaped danger. Can't you let me rest a bit?" System notification. Bloodless Wolf 2 stars has appeared. He sighed. "Well, looks like I have to fight. It wasn't easy to escape death. I can't let myself be killed here again." The Bloodless Wolf let out a loud howl and charged forward. System notification. Item purchased. Yunlai Swordsmanship. Effect. Each time you successfully hit a target, it will enhance the user's agility attribute. This secret technique costs 500 accumulation points. With a smoosh, blood splattered, and Qin Yuan executed a strike. White Cloud Strike. The Bloodless Wolf fell to the ground. You have killed the target, received 50 accumulation points. Killing monsters also gives accumulation points. If that's the case, I won't hold back anymore. Leveling up by slaying monsters already seems a bit off, right everyone? Then, a series of techniques resonated. The wind is blowing, changes in the wind and clouds, limitless technique. You have killed the target, receive 50 accumulation points. You have killed the target, receive 50 accumulation points. You have killed the target, receive 50 accumulation points. After a flurry of slashing, Qin Yuan was exhausted, breathing heavily. Why are there more and more wolves appearing as I kill him? Damn it, my current combat capability is too low. If I keep depleting my energy like this, it won't end well. Growl, growl several times. A massive beast appeared behind Qin Yuan. The owner of that roar was a giant bear. The system immediately displayed the information, Giant Demon Bear, level 4 Sao. Seeing the information about the giant demon bear, Qin Yuan couldn't help but frown. Are you kidding me? Where did this level 4 monster come from? If we fight, I'll definitely die again. I can only catch it in a bag. Qin Yuan then raised his finger to cast the newly learned skill. I say this, giant demon bear, befriend me. Suddenly, the giant bear let out a loud roar and charged at Qin Yuan, making him panic. I'm doomed, the charm doesn't work. Could it be because this monster's level is too high? The reality was different from what Qin Yuan thought. The giant bear acted like a playful puppy, licking him. When it saw the wolves still targeting Qin Yuan, the giant bear got angry and began to attack the pack of wolves. With just a few swipes, it sent the wolves howling and flying away. Realizing the situation was unfavorable, the wolves quickly retreated. Seeing this, the giant bear roared in celebration of its victory. At this point, night had fallen, and in a certain cave, Qin Yuan and the giant bear were sitting by a campfire, grilling fish. Hey, giant demon bear, you not only helped us out, but also provided us with food and a place to stay. I really appreciate it. Ah ha ha. All right. You eat first? I still have some things to take care of. We can play later. Qin Yuan then walked over to Yun Shu Han. Miss Yun, I've thought about it for a while. Although I can't be sure if it will work, right now the only way is to suck the toxins out of your body. I can only trouble you this time. As he took off his shirt, a deep purple bruise from the poison needle appeared on Yun Shu Han's arm. Qin Yuan said while he began to suck out the poison, I'll begin sucking now, okay? As the poison was being drawn out, Yun Shu Han instinctively let out a soft, charming cry. Just by having it in my mouth, I can already feel the toxin penetrating into my bloodstream and spreading. This stuff is indeed extremely toxic. But it's not enough to just suck it out. We need to work hard to clean the wound as well. Qin Yuan continued to suck the poison out, and Yun Shu Han let out more sounds of discomfort. The next morning, the first rays of sunshine streamed into the cave. This was also when Yun Shu Han opened her eyes and woke up. She hesitantly wondered, what happened? That's blood, and my clothes are. She looked at the blood on the ground and thought, could it be? She immediately blushed at the thought of that scene. Miss Yun, let me enjoy a bit. Just then, Qin Yuan returned and saw Yun Shu Han waking up. Miss Yun, it's great that you're finally awake. But greeting him was a sword. Qin Yuan yelled out, Ah, you, what do you want? Bastard, you dare to take advantage of me while I was unconscious? Now I'll kill you, and then I'll take my own life. Qin Yuan, both terrified and explaining, You misunderstand me, Miss Yun, wait a moment. The sword was just an inch away from Qin Yuan's neck when it suddenly stopped. Shu Han, a bit puzzled, asked, Milok to you, are you going against me? Don't you want me to kill him? Did he do anything bad to me? Suddenly, Qin Yuan coughed up a mouthful of blood. Yun Shu Han worriedly asked, You, what's wrong with you? Qin Yuan weakly replied, My cultivation is low. Because Miss Yun sucked the poison out, I accidentally got poisoned and I might not live much longer. However, I harmed Miss Yun's purity, which makes my death somewhat meaningful. Yun Shu Han was stunned. You sucked out the toxin to save me? Qin Yuan's mind was racing. Ha ha! Just right after returning, I hadn't finished eating the wild fruits I found on the way. Oh, that's right. I remember that Gavanjian ambushed you before, and you were also hit by a needle. How come nothing happened to you? Qin Yuan continued speaking. In the past, I had a friend who gifted me a maple leaf jade pendant when we parted ways. I kept it with me, and it saved my life. Young Shu Han was astonished. So that's how it is. I should be grateful for your saving grace. However, my body is currently weak as well. You seem to be only slightly poisoned, but I am unable to use my internal energy to help you detoxify. I can only pass on to you the Zhen Ji, Radiant Snow technique for our Misty Cloud sect. After that, you must exert your own effort to expel the poison from your body. Are you willing to learn? Qin Yuan promptly declined. I am not a member of Misty Cloud sect. Practicing the Zhen Ji technique may not be suitable for me. Young Shu Han insisted. You saved my life, so what does that count for? Moreover, you have the intention of becoming a disciple of Misty Cloud Sect. We have relied on you twice to assist me, and the sect will certainly agree to this. Thus, it is only a matter of time before you learn. You must learn. Qin Yuan thought for a moment and then replied, Well, if that's the case, thank you, Miss Yun. Wait, why call you Miss Yun? We should change how we address each other. Yun Shuhan happily said, Ah, thank you, Yun Senior Sister, that works. Now I will teach you the first level of the technique. Upon hearing this, Qin Yuan felt a hidden joy in his heart. Originally, I just wanted to deceive her to clear up the misunderstanding, but I didn't expect to also learn the Radiant Snow technique. This is an extremely advanced technique. Ah, what a great deal. At Misty Cloud Sect at this moment, the sect leader, Wenzong Yan, was extremely angry. What did you say? Hanner has fallen into Shegu Lake. It's all a fault of the disciples for being negligent. Although the disciples were secretly observing that little brat has no small ambitions, he used the excuse of wanting to be a disciple to enchant my junior sister, so my junior sister intended to personally soar on a sword to bring him back. On the way back, he secretly planned to ambush my junior sister, but was discovered by the disciples. Seeing there was no way out, he risked everything, dragging my junior sister down into Shegu Lake. I am untalented, please punish me, master. Hearing this, the sect leader immediately commanded, Disciples, listen to my order, immediately go look near Shegu Lake, live to see the person, die to see the corpse. The disciples shouted loudly, Obey the command. Gao Jian also immediately requested to follow. Master, please allow me to go find my junior sister to redeem my guilt. Wenzong Yan immediately responded, That's fine. Gao Jian, this is not your fault, so there's no need to blame yourself too much. I believe that Hanner, being a good person, will certainly be protected by divine providence, and nothing will happen to her. You must also do your best to help search for Hanner. Disciple, I command you to obey. Oh, Gao Jian, are you heading out again? Just in time. Your master had just refined a new medicinal pill that can enhance your strength for a period of time. Take it with you for your own protection. Gao Sheng, the head of the alchemy department of Misty Cloud Sect, and also the father of Gao Jian, said, Thank you, father. I will definitely find junior sister Yun. We cannot delay any longer. Jiner takes my leave now. Seeing Gao Jian leave, Gao Sheng then spoke to comfort the sect master. Sect master, you don't need to worry like this. Our Misty Cloud Sect still needs you to take charge and manage things. The sect master sighed in response. How can I not worry? After all, Hanner is my own daughter. I certainly can't remain calm like you can. Gao Sheng then advised, Why do you speak like that? Senior brother, Hanner and Jiner have been a couple since they were young, and they will surely become husband and wife in the future. If something happens to my future daughter-in-law, how can I not be worried? Seeing this, the sect master turned away and said, You've mentioned that this matter should wait until Jiner is capable of taking on the responsibilities and can assume the position of sect leader of Misty Cloud Sect. Furthermore, I want to remind you of one thing. Don't focus solely on alchemy. Cultivating the Tao, nurturing the heart, and refining one's character are the true paths. Gao Sheng replied, You speak rightly, brother. Though Gao Sheng said this, his heart felt otherwise. The Misty Cloud Sect will sooner or later fall into the hands of the Gao family. What is the true path worth? Just wait and see. At the same time, Qin Yuan was pondering while fishing. Fishing is indeed too difficult, but if I return empty-handed, Miss Yun and the big bear will have to go hungry. If I don't catch anything, they will mock me mercilessly. Huff, what good is high charm value anyway? Being handsome won't fill the stomach. Suddenly, the fishing float began to stir. A group of fish in the pond leaped towards Qin Yuan. Seeing these fish, Qin Yuan couldn't help but think, These fish, could it be they are attracted by my charm? It turns out that having a handsome face can actually earn a living. At that moment, a few cultivators flew by overhead. Could it be that the cultivators from Misty Cloud Sect are here to look for Yun Shuhan? In any case, I should hurry back and let Miss Yun know. In the temporary cave, Yun Shuhan was cultivating to recover from her injuries. The poison had been completely eliminated, but she still needed to restore her strength. It was estimated that it would take another 2 to 3 days. At that moment, footsteps echoed from a distance, causing Yun Shuhan to cheer up and exclaim, Qin Yuan, you're back. But the person Yun Shuhan did not want to see appeared instead. What's this? Calling his name so affectionately. It seems their relationship has indeed progressed very quickly. Seeing that it was Gao Jian who had arrived, Yun Shuhan was immediately enraged and shouted, Gao Jian, you used a hidden weapon to harm me. I will report this to the sect master. You can wait to be punished. Don't you know how the two of us managed to survive after being hit by the hidden weapon? Gao Jian replied, but I never intended to harm you. However, since things have come to this, you shouldn't live any longer." Seeing Gao Jian's murderous intent, young Xu Han quickly tried to dissuade him. "What do you mean by that?" "Gao Jian, this situation is not irredeemable. I advise you not to act impulsively." Gao Jian seemed to have gone mad and shouted, "I have loved you for all these years, yet you have always acted so coldly, not even giving me a glance. Now you're being so intimate with a weakling you've only known for a few days. Why should I hold on to a woman like you? If I can't have you, then I will destroy you. With the elixir my father gave me, will surely be no match for me. I will cut off your hands and feet, forcing you to kneel and lick my feet." Seeing Gao Jian's momentum, young Xu Han was also astonished. His inner energy suddenly became so strong. Is it due to that pill? Gao Jian suddenly shouted, his inner energy condensing around him. Young Xu Han, filled with worry, thought, "With such strong inner energy and my current body, I fear." Gao Jian grimly said, "Farewell to you." Before his move could be executed, Gao Jian was hit right in the face by a fish. "Who is it?" Qin Yuan responded, "Looks like we meet again. It seems I had to return too late." Young Xu Han cautiously said, "Qin Yuan, be careful. Gao Jian is here to take our lives." Qin Yuan replied, "If that's the case, then it saves me the trouble of searching. Let me take care of you two here." At that moment, the system notification appeared, "Side quest, defeat Gao Jian. Reward, 500 accumulation points." Qin Yuan was overjoyed. "So this is a side quest? Perfect timing, Miss Yun. Lend me your sword." Young Xu Han said with concern, "Qin Yuan, be careful." As soon as the sword was in hand, Qin Yuan immediately slashed towards Gao Jian. After a few exchanges, although Qin Yuan had managed to injure Gao Jian, he was still looked down upon. Well, no matter how skilled you are or how formidable your swordsmanship is, you are just a mere mortal without any cultivation. Gao Jian immediately unleashed his sword ki, aiming to strike Qin Yuan, leaving him no time to react, forcing him to defend. The impact knocked Qin Yuan back several meters. Struggling against the pain, Qin Yuan attempted to rise. Before he could fully stand, Gao Jian seized him. "Get up for me, you worthless piece of trash. I will torment you until you are on the brink of death, then stand before you and take your junior sister, sending both of you to hell, with no hope of redemption." Seeing this, Qin Yuan gleefully retorted, "You've fallen into my trap, you fool." The charm mind control spell struck Gao Jian, causing him to become dazed, appearing as if he were under the influence of drugs. Seizing the opportunity, Qin Yuan summoned his flying sword. "Come to me!" With the sword in hand, he swung it dramatically, executing the Yun Lai Heavenly Sword Art instant kill move. Gao Jian's arm severed from his body. My arm." Realizing the situation was dire, he turned to flee, but not before yelling back, "You just wait. I will find my father." In a rush, Gao Jian was suddenly blocked. He exclaimed in panic, "Ah, you, what are you again?" The giant demon bear approached him with the Shadow Lord's fist. Gao Jian screamed in terror, "No please, eh." The tragic cries of Gao Jian echoed through the forest. Mission accomplished. Defeat Gao Jian, receive 500 accumulated points. At Misty Cloud Sect, Young Xu Han and the others were reporting. The events unfolded roughly like this. In short, Gao Jian not only used hidden weapons to harm me, but also wanted to kill me to silence me. Fortunately, this young hero saved my life, so nothing serious happened. Upon hearing this, Gao Sheng could only sigh. "Oh dear Jiner, why did you?" The sect master made a decision. Conspiring against a fellow disciple, according to the sect's rules, must be punished with death, considering our relationship as brothers and disciples. Gao Jian has been severely injured. I will spare his life, but you must keep a close watch on him. If such an incident occurs again, it will be unforgivable. Do you have any objections? Gao Sheng replied, "Thank you, sect master. The mercy shown by my elder brother is due to my lax management. I dare not voice any complaints. I will take this rebellious child home." As Gao Sheng left, the sect master expressed his gratitude to Qin Yuan. "Mr. Qin, the young hero saved my daughter. I will surely repay you. If you have any requests, feel free to mention them. I will never refuse." Qin Yuan humbly said, "I have no intention of claiming credit for rewards. I have long admired the Misty Cloud sect. This time I came here to join the sect as a disciple. If I can be accepted as a disciple by Misty Cloud sect, it would be the greatest wish of my life." The sect master responded, "You are a noble young man who saved my daughter. If you wish to join our sect, I would certainly welcome you. However, this year there are too many people participating in our sect. In order to assess the abilities of the newcomers, we elders discussed together a few days ago and decided that this year joining our sect will require an entrance examination." Seeing the sect master politely decline Qin Yuan's request, young Xu Han immediately interceded. Father, Mr. Qin saved my life. Why can't you make an exception for him? Young Su-han didn't need to. I understood that sect master is a principled person, fair in public and private matters. How could he break the rules for me? But I will participate in the selection competition, and then I will join the Misty Cloud sect openly and honorably. Hearing Qin Yuan's words, the sect master looked satisfied and said, "The young hero has great national spirit. He's truly a man worthy of the admiration of my daughter." Su-han, upon hearing this, naively thought that her father had no other intentions, but somehow it felt quite strange. "Well then, Mr. Qin, follow me. I will take you around Misty Cloud sect." Qin Yuan readily agreed. When they reached a certain peak of Misty Cloud sect, Qin Yuan inadvertently exclaimed, "The scenery here is truly spectacular. It's so beautiful." Seeing that Qin Yuan was so inexperienced, she happily introduced, "This place is the concentrating heart top of Misty Cloud. It's not a place that just anyone can access." "That's right. Don't waste any more time. Quickly take off your clothes." Upon hearing that, Qin Yuan perked up. "Huh? Take off my clothes? Why so suddenly? Isn't this a bit too fast?" Noticing Qin Yuan's inappropriate thoughts, Young Su-han immediately blushed and cried out, "What are you thinking? I brought you here to help you cultivate the Radiant Snow technique." Qin Yuan was taken aback and said, "Oh, it's for cultivation? The Radiant Snow technique has a total of 6 levels to cultivate. Each time one cultivates a level, a kind of solar power subtly permeates the body. During cultivation, the body becomes extremely hot and uncomfortable. Now that I have reached the 2nd level, I definitely need to go to an extremely cold place to bear my body to continue my cultivation, and I will be here to assist you in your training. Once you reach the 3rd level, participating in the selection tournament will no longer be difficult." As Qin Yuan practiced for a while, the system notified him. The level of Radiant Snow technique has increased to level 3. Radiant Snow technique level 3, accompanying attribute with attack power 60, currently at 70. It seemed that Qin Yuan had broken through to the 3rd stage. However, an incident suddenly occurred. Qin Yuan cried out in pain, his veins bulging all over his body. Young Su-han was also startled. Why is the temperature of his body still rising? Blood vessels are appearing. This clearly indicates he is about to break through the 3rd stage. How could this happen? Qin Yuan spat out a mouthful of blood and collapsed, screaming, "Too hot!" Young Su-han pondered how to resolve the situation. The cold energy from concentrating heart top is unable to suppress the yang energy in Qin Yuan, huh? Right. I remember there's a rumor that if someone experiences a flare-up while cultivating and cannot suppress it, they can simply release the yang energy to be safe. Young Su-han's eyes unconsciously lowered as she thought of a way to relieve Qin Yuan's yang energy. She then shyly shook her head. "No, there must be a distance between men and women. Moreover, clearly, this sort of thing is filthy." Qin Yuan moaned at this moment. "Ah, too hot." Seeing Qin Yuan's current situation, Young Su-han began to struggle with her thoughts. "If this goes on, he won't be able to endure it, but how can I touch that thing? It's disgusting. To save his life, I have no other choice." Young Su-han slowly lifted her foot and moved it towards Qin Yuan. The scene was something that brothers would understand. As soon as Young Su-han's foot made contact, Qin Yuan let out a satisfied moan. Seeing Qin Yuan showing signs of decline, she continued to massage that area for him, feeling embarrassed while listening to his groans. After about an hour, Qin Yuan slowly regained consciousness. "You're awake?" Qin Yuan hazily asked Young Su-han. "What happened? What was going on just now?" Upon hearing Qin Yuan's question, she shyly replied to brush it off. "No, nothing happened. Don't you remember? You almost fell into a state of madness, and I used my internal energy to help you suppress it, and then you fainted." Qin Yuan expressed his gratitude. "Oh, is that so? Thank you, Yunsi, your sister, for your help. But why have you been acting so strangely since earlier? Your face is all flushed. Are you feeling unwell?" No, I'm just a bit tired." Qin Yuan immediately looked into the system and thought to himself. However, he truly did not expect that during a single training session, he could increase his level by as much as 4 tiers. The inner energy in his body seemed to be much more abundant than before. Radiant Snow technique leveled up to level 4 with the following attributes. Strength plus 80, currently at 90. Accompanying skill, Yang Energy Paralysis. Yang Energy Paralysis effect increases the speed of inner energy circulation within the body for a short time, enhancing strength. Introduction. After usage, it is necessary to release inner energy outward. Otherwise, it has the potential to cause physical damage. At this moment, a mutation occurred. There's killing intent. Who is it? The attacker, seeing this, rushed forward, shouting loudly, "Die!" He unleashed a palm strike towards Qin Yuan. The 2 palms collided, and the sound of the palm force resounded everywhere. Through one exchange of strikes, the attacker was sent flying back. Seeing this, Qin Yuan looked down upon him and said, "Ha ha, no wonder you resorted to ambushing us. It turns out your strength is only this much." But at this moment, Qin Yuan's arm was frozen, and the ice rapidly spread throughout his entire body. Seeing this, young Xu Han, filled with worry, shouted loudly, "Qin Yuan." In her mind, a thought suddenly appeared. That is freezing palm strike. The attacker continued to rush toward her. It's over. I had just recovered a little, and now I have helped Qin Yuan channel energy. The situation now is basically, Xu Han took a palm strike from the attacker. Looking at your technique, you are definitely a disciple of our sect, so why are you attacking me and Qin Yuan? Crack, crack. Several sounds of ice on Qin Yuan began to fracture. Don't underestimate me. Qin Yuan shouted. Yang energy paralysis. I can't be bothered to care about the motives behind these supporting actions for the plot. Everywhere are NPCs. Just obediently be a stepping stone for me, and that's enough. Qin Yuan leaped up and launched a palm strike that tore the attacker's clothes, revealing a beautifully shaped, plump soul. Upon seeing this, Qin Yuan was astonished. It's a woman. Hey, stop right there. Seeing the figure run away, young Xu Han immediately said, Qin Yuan, don't let her escape. Hearing that, Qin Yuan quickly explained, you were also hit by a strike from that villain. Get up, let me treat your injuries first. Freezing palm strike has many methods of inflicting damage. The strike except introduced cold energy into my body, which will gradually spread throughout. Where were you hit? Now I will use inner energy to dissolve it for you. Xu Han hesitated a bit, pointing at that part of herself and saying, it's here. Qin Yuan, seeing this, became flustered. All right, here, huh? Yun senior sister, I might have offended you. This was not the moment to feel shy about male-female interactions. I say that, but I think in his heart, he must be quite pleased with this, he continued. Xu Han shyly responded, I understand. Then I'll have to trouble you. After saying this, Qin Yuan placed his hands in front of her chest, causing her to jump and exclaim, why suddenly? Yun senior sister, get ready. I'm about to transfer inner energy here. Young Xu Han bashfully let out a small sound. Aha! The system notification appeared once more. Experience points for unlimited charming technique have leveled up. Experience points for unlimited charming technique have leveled up. Experience points for unlimited charming technique have leveled up. In the midst of this awkward situation, young Xu Han unexpectedly asked a sensitive question. However, why do your hands keep moving around like that? Qin Yuan, without hesitation, replied, is that even a question? Who wouldn't take the chance when it comes? If you don't seize the opportunity, then what's the point? Young Xu Han skeptically said, really, while receiving inner energy, she couldn't help but think. Although it feels a bit awkward, it's truly warm. So comfortable. It's like a warm current dissolving the coldness on my body. An hour later, Qin Yuan said, Yun senior sister, the coldness on you should be completely resolved by now. Xu Han, hearing this, complained, you clearly could have resolved all the coldness in half an hour, but why did you keep massaging for another half hour? Qin Yuan replied, because I was being cautious, wanting to ensure that all the coldness on you was eliminated. He wanted to say that, but in his head, he thought differently. Oh no, I got too carried away and didn't realize I touched for a bit longer. I hope she isn't angry. Xu Han snorted. Humph, do you think I'm really an idiot? Well, considering you saved me this time, I won't hold it against you. Upon hearing this, Qin Yuan seized the opportunity. Then if that's the case, how about we practice again tomorrow to prevent the coldness from recurring? As soon as he finished speaking, Qin Yuan encountered the fierce gaze of Yun Xu Han. I'm sorry, I was just joking. Immediately after, she changed the subject. By the way, who was that person in black earlier? Judging by her moves, she must be my sect's disciple. I wonder how we can capture her now. Yun Xu Han reassured. It's all right, my last strike must have left a wound on her chest. If she stays in our sect for the next few days, she should be careful. I'm sure we'll find some clues. Meanwhile, in some forest, the female assassin knelt on the ground and cursed. Damn it, just a little bit more, that man had the audacity to ruin my good work. A voice suddenly echoed. How tragic. That was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The female assassin was startled and shouted, Who is it? The voice replied, It's me, Gao Sheng. What do you want? Gao Sheng, with a crafty expression, said, Don't worry, we now share a common enemy. As long as you help me, not only will I help you keep your secret, but I can also help you erase that wound. This healing potion was personally crafted by me, and it can fade your scar, preventing any potential exposure. Seeing Gao Sheng's sincerity, the assassin agreed. So that's how it is. All right, I'll cooperate with you this once. A few days later, in front of the square of Misty Cloud Sect, many people had gathered. Qin Yuan sighed. It's so lively. Misty Cloud Sect really is a prominent sect. It turns out so many people are here to be inducted. Young Su-han replied arrogantly, "Of course, you have to perform well in there. If you can't get through, then I won't be able to save you." Then, a beautiful woman appeared. "Ah, elder sister, junior sister Yun, this must be Mr. Qin, whom you've been mentioning these past few days, right? My name is Mo Ning Shuang, a disciple of Misty Cloud Sect with a rank of 4 stars. Upon hearing this, Young Su-han became embarrassed and shyly said, "Mo, senior sister, don't speak nonsense. I haven't been mentioning him at all." Mo Ning Shuang then started to introduce herself. "Hello, Qin Yuan. I am Mo Ning Shuang. A few days ago, I bothered you to take care of junior sister Yun. I had no idea that Yun Su-han had such a beautiful senior sister." Qin Yuan was about to sweet talk and flirt when he suddenly received a playful poke. "Ouch, that hurts." A voice rang out. "I warn you, don't lay your hands on my senior sister." Charm successful. Gain 40 accumulation points. Charm successful. Gain 40 accumulation points. Charm successful. Gain 40 accumulation points. The female candidates participating in the selection were all enchanted by Qin Yuan's charm. This young hero is really handsome. Could it be that he is also here to participate in the disciple selection? For his sake, I must work hard to get in. As for the group of men, they expressed jealousy, which was infuriating. That treacherous scoundrel is too arrogant. He actually managed to garner the affection of 2 beautiful women from Misty Cloud Sect. Once the competition begins, I must find an opportunity to eliminate him. At this moment, the sect master of Misty Cloud Sect stepped forward to announce, "Everyone can come here to participate in the selection competition for disciples of Misty Cloud Sect. I am very pleased. The first round of the test is extremely simple. This kind of mystical herb is called Yun Yin grass, which can only grow on the peak of Yun Yin Mountain. The test duration is 3 hours. Those who can collect 10 pieces of this grass will move on to the next round." Upon hearing this, several contestants below confidently exclaimed, "This level of the test seems to suggest that Misty Cloud Sect is not all that impressive. I am certain of passing this round. Just finding a few pieces of grass, huh? This shouldn't be too difficult." The sect master continued, "Additionally, I must make one thing clear. This is the first selection event that our sect has organized. The difficulty level of the tests may not be 100% professional. There may also be dangers involved. If anyone feels that their own strength is insufficient, they may leave to avoid encountering unforeseen dangers during the event. The time limit is 3 hours, and now I declare the test to begin." The opening voice of the sect master rang out, and the crowd rushed away in a flurry, leaving only Qin Yuan standing alone. Young Su-han noticed this and curiously approached to ask, "Hey, why haven't you left yet?" "The Yun Yin grass is very hard to collect 10 stalks of." Qin Yuan cryptically replied, "There's no rush. Let the bullet fly for a while first." Young Su-han, even more puzzled, inquired, "What do you mean? What is that?" In the forest of Misty Cloud Sect at that moment, the 2 young ladies participating in the exam were complaining, "Don't mention it. This Yun Yin grass is really harder to find than we thought." "Exactly. It took us half a day to find 3 or 4 stalks. Luckily, there's still plenty of time. We should have enough to make it to the next round." Suddenly, something caught the attention of the 2. "Wait a minute. That's so beautiful, right? I don't know why. Just looking at it makes me feel so uplifted. Could it be the fairy of the hot spring?" It turned out to be Qin Yuan. He was currently using the skill Evil Charming Smile. Qin Yuan looked at the 2 ladies and said, "Dear fairy sisters, encountering each other is fated. The hot spring is so warm and refreshing right now. Why not bathe together?" Young Su-han shyly replied, "Why do I sense a bad boy vibe from you?" Both young ladies seemed a bit shy and hesitated to say, "Isn't it a bit inappropriate to act like this when we just met?" "That's right, we can't be so casual," they added. Just then, the short-haired girl made a different move. "Then why have you stripped completely?" The younger girl earnestly said, "I can only reluctantly accept it." The other girl wouldn't back down either. "How can you enjoy this alone? I have to join too." System notification. Charm successful. Gain 50 accumulation points. Charm successful. Gain 50 accumulation points. If we could all become disciples under young Master Qin, that we could be together every day. Indeed, joining the Misty Cloud Sect would be wonderful. Hearing this, Qin Yuan pretended to be troubled and said, "Unfortunately, my strength is not enough. It's hard for me to gather 10 fairy herbs to become disciples with the 2 of you. Don't worry, young Master Qin, we will help you. Just wait here and we will gather the 10 fairy herbs for you." Qin Yuan, with a troubled expression, said, "I'm afraid it's not very good." "It's okay. To be able to become companions with young Master Qin, this small matter is nothing." "That's right, we are more than willing to help young Master Qin, so just wait for us here." Watching the 2 walk away, Qin Yuan sighed. No wonder so many people like to be Gyolos. Living off others is quite enjoyable. Maybe I also want to pretend like this forever. Suddenly, a voice echoed from the lake. The two annoying women have finally left. A beautiful figure appeared. She continued, I have never encountered a handsome young master like you. I wonder if I could have the honor to spend a delightful night with you. Upon hearing this, Qin Yuan replied, to have the pleasure of spending time with a beauty is undoubtedly a rare opportunity. However, I'm afraid, Miss Flower Monster, that you might want to drain all my vitality. Seeing her intent revealed, a flower monster unveiled her true form and sighed softly. Why can't you just obediently listen? I hadn't like to resort to force. She then took action, launching grasping roots. Countless vines surged up around Qin Yuan, wrapping tightly around him. She approached, licking her fingers, and said, Young master, you really become more handsome the more I look at you. Don't worry, I'll only absorb your nutrients, and I won't harm your life. Seeing her so confident, Qin Yuan stopped pretending and said, Who consumes food is yet to be known. How? What is it? Qin Yuan then used his newly learned skill, Yang Energy Paralysis. The Yang energy radiating from Qin Yuan made the flower monster cry out. It's hot, it's really hot. Realizing she was no match for him, she pleaded, Qin Yuan, I was wrong. Considering I have never harmed anyone's life, I beg you to spare me. Qin Yuan coldly replied, This position is inviting me to take advantage of the situation. With a tone full of righteousness, Qin Yuan said, The death penalty can be weighed, but the life penalty is hard to forgive. I will seek justice for those men whose life energy you have drained. The flower monster's face turned slightly red, her gaze dreamy as she replied, Well, that's quite something. After a while of training with the flower monster, the system displayed, Notification, experience points for unlimited charming technique have leveled up. Once finished, Qin Yuan put on his clothes and prepared to leave. Thank you for the nourishment, flower monster miss. Your potential is not bad. You should focus on your training and don't take any more detours. The flower monster looked at Qin Yuan with deep longing and said, Thank you for your guidance, Qin Yuan. From now on, Yao Yao will absolutely focus and devote herself to training. I hope that by then, Qin Yuan can